Spider-Man 2 is coming out October 20th this year, but in advance of it releasing, Sony has already begun releasing a bunch of PlayStation goodies, and they actually sent and gifted me the full Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 5. So we're gonna unbox this, take a look at the system, the controller, and actually I still have my hands on my Spider-Man PS4 Pro. So we're gonna take a look at those two systems side by side. But first, let's open this one up. Before we open it up, let's just take a look at what's going on with the box. Obviously, in the front, we got to look at the system and the controller, along with both Spider-Men side by side, Peter Parker, Miles Morales. The sides are pretty simple. We basically just have the Venom Black with the symbol on this side, and then another look at the system and controller, as well as the game code on that side. In the back is one of those nice shots of fighting Venom with both of them in the shot. Real nice looking. Okay. Let's open it up and actually get the system. I forget how big PS5 boxes are, because the PS5 is also big, so it just needs to fit. All right, so always PlayStation does the box inside of another box. This is actually where all the good stuff is. Okay, first, we have the top before we get to the system itself. A couple boring things in here, power cable, HDMI, paperwork. The first cool thing though is the Spider-Man 2 DualSense. The controller's a little warm because it's very hot where I am right now. Now I've already got a chance to see this one a little bit, and I really like the approach they went with this. I will say a part of me kind of wishes that the red was just a little more split in the middle, so you just have a nice half and half, but still I love the concept of the Venom symbiote taking over the Spider-Man colors. A really nice extra touch with this is the fact that for the D-pad and the symbol buttons, they stuck with doing a black D-pad on this side, matching that Venom theme, and then on the right side, which is still the Spider-Man side, you've got white for the buttons, so it matches that Spider-Man theme. Just a really nice little attention to detail that I didn't think about when they very first revealed it. Let's go ahead and put that aside. I think you guys are gonna be okay not seeing all the cables and stuff, so let's move that out of the way. Then we have the system. Oh, must be careful. It's okay, nothing important. Just packaging. Got the stand for the system, which is just a regular stand. Although it's different from the one I have, because I still have the original PS5 where before they redid. Okay, here we go. Here we have the Spider-Man PS5. So I gotta say, right off the bat, look, red is one of my favorite colors. Well, red is my favorite color. So I absolutely love the exact red they went with for the system. I just think it's a really nice, saturated, deep color. So that with the symbol looks great. I love the theme of the Venom symbiote coming over like we saw in the controller. I do wish the Spider-Man logo was larger and kind of centered. I think that would have been neat to kind of see a transition of it being taken over, but I digress. It still looks cool. And on this side, I actually didn't realize this in the original marketing. You also get a Spider-Man logo on the back with the all black side. So it's not just a simple black plate on this side of it. You do get something a little extra. Let's go ahead and break out the Spider-Man PS4 and take a look at these side by side. Real quick, I want to shout out that PlayStation has a lot of hardware coming up this year between headsets and also the PlayStation Portal, which pre-orders for it just dropped a couple days ago, and I did set one up, so I am planning on reviewing that when it drops on November 15th. If you want to see that content, then make sure to subscribe as well as hit that bell icon so you don't miss out. So here we have both systems. Real quick too, something I forgot while unboxing because it was at the very bottom of the box. You do also get a copy of Spider-Man 2 with the bundle. Obviously the game is not out yet for another almost 2 months on October 20th, so it's just a code you can redeem, and then you have to wait until launch day to be able to play. Now, looking at these two systems side by side, I gotta say, I really do like the look of the PS5, and one of the things that's really special about this in particular is the fact that it is the first full special edition PS5. In a sense, they have done special edition covers and controllers, and they've done bundles with major games before, like God of War, but all of those bundles were still regular systems that just came with the games. And in the case of stuff like the Final Fantasy covers and controllers that were also only in Japan, or at least not in the US, that didn't come bundled with the system. Those were two different things. This is the first time where it's one full system bundle, special box, special system, special controller. You can recreate this separately with the covers and the controller still, which is something I really like. I enjoy the fact you don't have to get a whole brand new system, but if you wanted it, or this is your first PS5, you're getting it all together, which looks great. But that said, I think I actually like the look of the original PS4 a little more, just a little more. Again, I like the color red. So having red play a much more prominent role on the entire body of the PS4 Pro. There's also the fact that, like I said, while the logo on here looks nice, I wish it was a larger, more prominent one in the center, which on the PS4 Pro, which obviously on the PS4 Pro is much larger, much more pronounced. And then also even spreading this over the controllers, some of this is personal bias and colors you prefer, but there's such a clean look to this red and white DualShock 4. Even though it doesn't really have any special stuff, there's no Spider-Man logos or anything, there's not any kind of extra details there, but just the way it has those colors and keeps that very clean design, outside of the touchpad and PlayStation buttons still being black, love the way this comes together. The DualSense looks great too, and I do like this type of red more, but I wish it was just a bit more present on the rest of the body. The PS5 is still beautiful, but I think I lean a little bit more towards what they did the first time around. Now again, this is the first special edition PS5, at least in the sense of them putting the whole bundle together and selling it that way. And I'm curious if, at least in a way, it's gonna be the last for now. There's been a lot of rumors of a potential revised system coming out later this year that would have a redesigned body. The main thing being the fact that they would effectively get rid of having a disc model and instead offer a digital only model like they currently do, and then offering a separate attachable disc drive that you can swap in and out of that. Supposedly the design was leaked last month, which I'm still a little skeptical of. But if that does end up being a thing that launches later this year, this is probably gonna end up being the only PS5 of this style, at least, that ends up getting a special edition bundle like this. Moving forward, while I love what they've done with the covers and giving you the ability to customize the PlayStation you already have, if they do change the body of the design, I'm curious if we're gonna see more of these come out that are then in a different style, or if we're gonna revert back to just special edition systems. It really depends on what exactly they do with this revised model if and when it happens. And as far as how this one ranks compared to all the others we've seen so far, again, there's only really been a handful of special edition designs that have just been the covers sold on their own. They didn't do one for God of War. There was one for Final Fantasy 16 that was a very kind of simple approach. It was basically the black covers with a logo put in the middle. Along with that, more recently, there was the LeBron James covers they sold that were also using black covers, but was a little bit busier and had more stuff going on with it. And then obviously there were all the different simple solid color options they released that matched up alongside DualSense that have that whole cosmic color theme going on, with the light blue, the purple, pink, cosmic red, the black covers, and then of course the original white that are stock with the system. And I would say out of all of those, this is probably my favorite thing they've done. I mean, it's hard to really compare it against the solid color options because it's really just, do you want a simple looking system or something with a little bit of a special design flair? And as far as the special design side of things goes, this is, I think, the best looking one. I love Final Fantasy, I really enjoyed 16, and that cover looks cool to me just because I'm a fan, but as far as logo in the center versus what's going on here, I think this is the best execution we've had on a PS5 to date. So yeah, there is the Spider-Man 2 PS5. Again, I want to thank PlayStation for gifting me this free one to unbox, check out, and show you guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button to let me know, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys later.